Chamberlain?
Well, yes, indeed, and thank you, Mark. So some of those analogy, those reports, we have several of them actually, where people will tell us, look, these are the things going on, and this is what is happening, and as was highlighted there, we haven't heard the army investigate and make public their findings on this one, but we're hoping that this panel will eventually come up with that. But the comments of General T.Y. Danjuma, I mean, fine, military personnel, we know the military and the war strategy, how they choose and decide what they want to do. Look at where he chose, when he chose it, where he chose to make that statement for maximum exposure and effect and attention. And then for him to have made that statement, and now people say, look, yeah, I know, legally he needs to justify that. Some say, yes, he needs to be arrested. But do you think that if we say he should substantiate his claims, do you think we will be ready for whatever he's going to say, assuming he has proof?
Well, I would say that rather than we asking him to substantiate his claims, I would rather advise the military hierarchy to look into what he's saying. Maybe do a silent investigation or whatever.
Is it? Okay.
Why?
Why silent?
Yes. Why wanting the military to look into it instead of him substantiating his claims?
Oh, no, well, if we are asking him to substantiate the claims, frankly speaking, those claims cannot be substantiated.
How could you say that for sure?
All right.
Let me bring an instance to you.
Yes.
In Jos, that ought to be in Dong, that ought to be manned by the military, or should I say the army, when a curfew was put in place there. Why was it that the vigilantes, now you call them, or is it neighborhood watch? Why was it that the neighborhood watch was acting at a time when there's a curfew and not the military?
Neighborhood watch?
Yes.
Was acting rather than the military?
We had it on tape. Okay. 3 of them were killed. 4 of them were keeping watch at night.
Okay.
And 3 of them were killed.
Who imposed the curfew? Who imposed the curfew?
The state government imposed the curfew. Okay. And if the state government imposed the curfew, I believe that the military, the army that is in position there, should keep that order in place.
Yeah.
But if, even after that happens, there is an attack and people were killed, wouldn't you say that that is derogatory?
The point I'm trying to understand here is this. You said the state imposed the
curfew.
The curfew. Was it done in conjunction with the military?
What do you mean in conjunction?
Was the military operating as at the time?
But of course, the military operates.
When the state government now imposed the curfew.
It's not the first time. It's not the first time.
Right.
Previously, when we had the Dong incident,
yes,
the governor came out and made a categorical statement that that area should be manned by the military.
Okay, and then the military was already operating then. Fine, the military is supposed to have defended or make sure that the curfew is adhered to. Okay, and if they didn't, then somebody should be answering for it.
Can that be adjudged to be colluding?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't subscribe to that.
Okay,
rather, I would subscribe to the idea that, look, there was a failure in action. There was a non-action. The commander on ground as at that time failed to probably carry out certain instructions that were given.
Help me out in this situation because I don't want to be confused.
Yes,
I stand to be corrected though. If Danjuma's statement says that they facilitate their movement, how do you interpret that?
That's collusion, and which I wouldn't want to agree with. The Nigerian army cannot be that petty. I want you to understand the angle where I'm coming from, okay? And just like somebody rightly said, don't just use a brush to paint the entire army. If there is a failure of action on ground within a particular operational space, hold the commander there responsible, rather than giving the impression that the army hierarchy is directing a certain line of action, either be it collusion or colliding with, no.
Stan-Labo, are you